Done an all-rookie selection, 11 points and 2 rebounds. Running the point, Elena Jarnot from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, from the Midwest, also a freshman, averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds. Christina Mitchell is a 6'4" senior, making her 31st start of the season. And she averaged 5 points and 7 rebounds at 6'4" from Baltimore, Maryland. Mackenzie Barker averages 6 points and 5 rebounds, had 14 points in the win yesterday over Manhattan, from Beaumont, West Virginia. 5'10" sophomore, and rounding out the starting five for Jenny Palmatier is a young lady you liked when you saw her during the season, Dick Taylor-Nason, 5'10" freshman, averaging 4 points and 6 rebounds. For the Rider Bronx, without Robin Perkins once again, what does Lynn Milligan present as a starting five?
Well, it will be the same five that have come out since Robin's been injured. It'll be Cami Huskova, a 5'9" junior from the Czech Republic. Stella Johnson, a 5'10" freshman from Denville, New Jersey. Taylor Wenzel from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a 5'6" senior. Safi Toulouseau, a 5'10" freshman out of Switzerland. And Julia Duggan, a 6'1" senior from Marmora, New Jersey. And they are coached, as you said, by, proudly we say, Coach of the Year, Lynn Milligan. They come in at 22-7, the second seed, 16-4 in the league.
And Milligan is in her 10th season. They ended the season on the road with a loss, 53-49. But before that, they had won 9 in a row. Monmouth with a little bit of momentum with that win over Manhattan. They have won 3 in a row. Starting lineups have been brought to you by Adidas. We are Adidas. Adidas, the official apparel supplier for Rider University Athletics. Dick, you've been a coach for many years, and what is it about that third game that makes it different from the first two when a team is trying to sweep in a situation like that?
It's I don't know, Jeff, to be very honest. It's just a strange thing, and again, among coach salients or talking, it's like most coaches will tell you in any sport where you only meet a limited number of times, unlike a baseball season, to win 3 times against the same team can be very, very difficult. You get to know each other a little bit better, and especially in a game like this where everything's on the table.
Well, Monmouth leads the all-time series 28-15. They swept Rider last year. Rider swept them this year. This is their first tournament meeting as the Hawks hit the floor in travel blue with white numbers on the lettering for the name, and the numbers are gray with white trim. For Rider, it will be home colors, and that would be home white, cranberry, and gray, and they will run right to left on your FM dial 107.7 The Brock, and it's going to be Julia Duggan taking the opening tap. Going to take it against, I believe, Christina Mitchell, and this one is about ready to get underway. And the Rider Bronx are in postseason action. Stella Johnson also selected to the all-rookie team. Beat out by Rebecca Hand for the all-rookie selection earlier today. Owns the basketball. Will go on the wing to Safi Toulouseau. Shaw, 2 freshmen meet there. They try to go mid-post. That was deflected and stolen by Nason.
Yes, Duggan had good position. Mitchell got around with the long arms and was able to poke it away. It was just a matter of length right there.
Bounce pass goes off the hands and out of bounds off of Mackenzie Barker, and that gives Rider the ball back, and they're going to see full court pressure early.
Right away.
That's going to be broken with a dribble of the freshman Johnson as they go into the half-court set in the home white. Early action here from the Times Union Center. It's Safi Toulouseau down the wing to Johnson. Mid-post, dribble drive, and a foul called on Mitchell as Duggan got around her.
And now they will go double here. They'll go Mitchell and Middleton a little bit later. So they'll present 2 bigs to cover Julia Duggan down there. Julia got a good, about a half a step, not much. She got caught under the basket, but leaned back in. Mitchell got a piece of her.
Well, Duggan at the free throw line, averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds, gets the friendly roll. A 76% shooter from the stripe. Rider is a team shooting 72%, and the first 2 of the game make it through the twine. So here come the Hawks with a basketball. This is Barker out on the perimeter to Mitchell down on the right side. Duggan all over her, so they just go back out top to Jarnot. Jarnot now switches left to right with a crossover move. Flares it and goes off the hands of Mitchell and out of bounds.
I thought Jarnot almost had one going to the basket. She started left, Safi jumped out to her right, Jarnett's left, and she brought it right back quickly. Got into the paint, tried to hit Middleton coming across the baseline, threw it over her head.
Gives Ryder the ball back with a 2-0 lead, 8:55 to play here in the first quarter. Taylor Wenzel, one of 4 seniors on this squad for Lynn Milligan, only their second 21 season. School history, the first for Milligan. Wenzel with the ball goes right in front of that Monmouth bench. Johnson in traffic, had it slapped out of her hands. Nason up ahead to Jarnett to the cup, and from behind, Johnson blocks it out of bounds, and that is a block number 19 of the season for Johnson.
And that's what we've seen from Stella all year. She commits the turnover and just gets back quickly and gets a piece of it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Monmouth ball underneath.
Yeah, it brings the Ryder bench up and happy with that one. Quick shot off the inbound, no good. Rebound deflected and owned by Julia Duggan. Ryder with the basketball, home wide, shooting to the left. The handoff goes to Toulouse. High screen set by Duggan. 3-ball travels. Bingo for Safi Toulouse.
Good start right there. Nice to see Safi knock one down. Her shot's always a little right shoulder forward over left, not totally squared up, but she knocked that one down.
Yeah, good to see Dick. She was 1 for 8 against Fairfield and puts the first one down the cup. Shaw now with the basketball, goes to Mitchell on the right side, draws the attention of Duggan. Huskova bats it around, recovered by Jarnett with 10 to shoot. Ryder had a chance for the steal, just couldn't control the loose ball. High screen set by Mitchell. Jarnett goes right side to Nason, into the post, deflected back out to Jarnett for 3, and she knocks it down as the shot clock expires.
Beat the buzzer.
That's exactly what it was.
About a half a second, but it goes, and we have a 4-3 game.
Doesn't matter as long as it goes through, and it did right there for Elena Jarnett. It is a 4-3 Ryder lead with the basketball. Duggan steps back on the right baseline way too far, and that's picked up by Barker. Duggan likes the baseline, right or left. That time just a little too much mustard on that one. Oh, jab step, and Barker puts the ball on the floor. Nason rolled off a screen. Barker stopped the dribble now to Jarnett. 10 on the shot clock. Barker almost traveled, put the ball on the floor, recovers. 6 to shoot. Steal by Duggan. They try to go to Mitchell in tight.
Good read by Duggan to jump to the ball there and take away the front cut.
Lead pass to Huskova. Waits for the defender to go by her, but she traveled.
Yeah. Well, I've said to you all fair, you don't get Cammie started. She gets herself started, and right now she needs to get herself started because she's coming off maybe her worst game in her career from the one up at Fairfield the other day.
Yeah, Lynn Milligan and I talked about that. Her and Safi Toulouse did not play well, and you still only lose by 4 to Fairfield. Jarnett takes it through the lane, put a shoulder into Toulouse, but the foul will be on the freshman Toulouse.
A little bit late on the whistle. I think they were waiting to see if the ball went in. It did not. Jarnett goes to the line to shoot. True fouls on Safi.
Jarnett, the freshman from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, making her 28th start of the season. Not a tremendous free throw shooter at 59%. And gets the first one to go. It's a team.
And here comes,
Hawks shoot at 61%.
And here comes one of the more scary players coming off the bench in the league, in my opinion. And that's Thais Purvis. She now comes into the game, and she can take it to the hole, and she shoots the 3 very well. In the games we've seen her.
2 free throws by Jarnett are good, and Purvis rewarded with 6-man of the year this morning at the awards banquet. As Dick said, she is a good one. Toulouse to Johnson, who comes in off the baseline underneath, back out high to Wenzel for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound in traffic, and they give off the Middleton rebound to Jarnett.
Yeah,
Oh, she got herself into trouble, Dick. Johnson knocks it free. Johnson uncontested to the cup, and that's strip number 83 of the season for the freshman Stella Johnson.
I was going to say, I think that Monmouth, and like some of the other teams of late have been want to do, is to lay back on Ryder and say, go ahead, shoot the ball from the outside till you make a few.
Well, 6-5 lead for the Bronx as they try to go underneath again, and unable to control it is the product of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Alexa Middleton. Another turnover called on the Hawks.
And as we said earlier, Middleton has replaced Mitchell in there. Purvis is in the game.
Bad inbound pass and a steal by Graham, who's checked in. Duggan and Wenzel on a miscommunication on the inbound gives the ball back to Monmouth. 5:42 to go here. First quarter, 1-point Ryder lead for 3. Graham no good. Wenzel gets the long rebound. And the ball deflected out of bounds. It will stay Rider basketball. And it will inbound Johnson just to the left of Palmatier and that Hawks side of the floor. Double screen set by Haskova and Duggan. Haskova tried to get it into Duggan, who rolled towards the bucket and goes out of bounds off the hands of Middleton.
Again, that was a flat pass from high to low. No angle on it at all. And had Jules caught it, she'd have been going away from the basket. Cammie is playing definitely a little bit out of her ordinary game.
Johnson inbounds right to Duggan on the post. It was blocked by Middleton. Ball deflected around off a white jersey. So the ball will go to Monmouth. Good inbound, but Middleton using size straight up and down to block the ball.
Well, it was the same move that Duggan tried to make on Mitchell earlier, where she did draw the foul. But in that particular case, Middleton held her ground, and the ball was rejected and went out of bounds off Rider.
Once again, Rider defense playing well early, but offense trying to find itself, up 6-5 with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Kayla Shaw takes the dribble to the right, bounce pass into Middleton, off balance up, no good. Rebound, Nason, jump ball, possession arrow comes Monmouth's way.
And I would say that was definitely a travel by Middleton on the catch. Catch the basketball, take that little extra step before she put it down. So the ball still stays Monmouth.
Nason, who was in foul trouble earlier in the game between these two, sits down, but a three-ball travels from Purvis from the far side and good. And Monmouth jumps on top 8-6. Driving back the other way, Johnson with a head of steam in the left hand gets two.
She got rid of that just in time because Graham was chasing her down from behind.
Graham back the other way, goes up and around Wenzel for two. Trading buckets back and forth, 10-8 Monmouth, 4:35 to go here in our opening quarter, and a foul called on the Hawks.
See, they will bring different players off the bench. They've already subbed very liberally. We'll talk later.
Timeout on the floor, 4:37 to go here in the first quarter. Monmouth leading Rider 10-8. Come back with us, 107.7 LeBron. Okay. Brought you up a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Anything? Back here at the Times Union Center, Dick Weissman to my right. I'm Jeff Nolan. Leah Thomas back at the studio. And the one thing with so many tools, different pieces to use for Monmouth, Dick, they look different as a unit from time to time.
Right. When they bring in, they put Graham Mitchell and Purvis in the game. Purvis is a completely different player in so many. She's so different than Nason, the way she plays the game. She plays in, she plays out. Very dangerous. Graham is different from Jornet because Graham will push a little bit harder coming down the floor and will look like she did on the last play to take it to the basket. And Middleton is slightly different than Mitchell, still big, but they're just not the same. So when they make these substitutions, you're seeing a whole different aspect, and your players on the floor have to adjust that. The Rider players need to adjust and realize who's out there, and it's not just your same old, same old.
Well, these two teams met twice this season. Earlier, Rider won up at Monmouth 71-69 in a game. They trailed by as many as 10 points with 6.5 minutes to go. And then 19 days later, on the 21st of February at Rider won 75-63 in a game that they led for almost 38 minutes. Two totally different games. And right now, they are trailing 10-9 with 4:37 to go here in the first. Lexi Posset will check in for Taylor Wenzel as Lynn Milligan makes her first substitution, and it looks like it'll be a short bench this afternoon.
Well, we're going to see who can do some scoring, I think.
Duggan just inside the free throw line, in and out, no good. Purvis gets the rebound and hands it right off to Rosa Graham. Graham now looks right, fires left to Shaw in front of that Rider bench, wants to take Toluso on the baseline, denied there to Quintana, who's checked in, now to Graham. Screen set, but Graham will choose the middle, a strip and a steal. Stella Johnson 2-on-2 back the other way. Johnson will accelerate, left hand no good. Haskova got a rebound, falls back off the rim, no good. Rider had 2 chances and could not convert.
Had the breakaway in contended breakaway. And then Cammie again puts it up and just puts it up way too strong.
Yeah, Rider missing a chance right there. 3:50 to go in the first. Graham to Quintana in 3-land, dribbles on the baseline. Johnson greets her, goes back to Shaw, catches, looks, dribbles to the right. Johnson's picked her up on the switch to Quintana with 4 to shoot. Johnson goes for the steal, knocked it free, and Rider gets the ball again.
Yeah, a lot of switches there by Rider. They had matchups that they did not have last time down the floor. A couple of them were a little more favorable that time for Monmouth. They didn't find the open player.
Johnson fires free throw line right to Toluso, rocks it left to right. Purvis on her screen set, driving Toluso. Never got a look at the bucket. Rebounded by Duggan, though. Duggan, who was dominant on the offensive glass earlier this season. Johnson on a second try runs it up with a right hand from the left side.
Yeah, they chased Toluso, turning the corner, and they didn't let her get to the rim and forced her outside, and she just threw a
Quintana through the lane, uses glass and lays it in for 2.
Well, Rider has to tighten that up. They've got to take away that inside penetration.
Rider almost coughed up the basketball. Lexi Posset got a save from Safi Toluso. Home white shooting to the left. 2:41 to go in the first. Catch underneath by Toluso. Too far underneath, so she's got to bring it out. Rider down a point, 12-11 here in the first. Screen set by Duggan. Posset goes back, left of the key. This is Duggan off the rim, no good, and a rebound snared by Middleton.
The shooting woes continue for Rider, and here comes Graham.
Graham denied by Posset to a trailing Middleton. Steps on the free throw line, puts the ball on the floor, wants to spin, but traveled.
Yeah.
Julia Duggan just kind of leaned into her and forced that mistake.
Yeah, Middleton's a little bit, from what I've seen, only observation of 3 games. Middleton's a little bit of still a work in progress. She's a freshman, 6'2", and she will come along. But right now, offensively, she really has to work to try to create baskets.
Toluso sits in favor of Wenzel. So the original, Posset out there with the original starting 5. Handoff of Scovin, 3-land, behind her back, spins in the lane, puts it up off the rim, no good. Looks for her own rebound, deflected off the backboard and controlled by Monmouth. Now Graham takes the pass from Quintana. Stops at the half circle. Quintana, they share on the perimeter. Quintana wants to drive, and the ball knocked out of her hands. And the referee's arm goes up. Foul will be against Rider.
Yeah, foul on Taylor Wenzel. Their one-on-one defense, a little bit shaky so far this day as far as allowing penetration off the dribble. Right,
Middleton and Graham sit, and Kurt and Middleton check in. Middleton back in Kurt for the first time.
And Barker, I believe, is back
off the inbound, 3-ball, up no good. Posset with a rebound, boxing out. And here come the Bronx, trailing 12-11 with $1:30 to go in the first quarter. Left side, Wenzel. Barker over there. Screen set by Hoskova. Wenzel staggers that dribble. Goes free throw line right to Johnson. Now to Duggan. Back out to Johnson. Freshman holds on the right hip. Puts it in the left hand. She'll put a 3 with a lot of arc on it. No good. Duggan with a rebound and powers back up for 2.
Great job of seeing where that basketball was going to come off. She watched the trajectory. She knew it was coming off left, and she went right after it.
65 seconds left in the quarter. Rider goes up 1, 13-12. Barker goes to Quintana, right side 3, skims the rim, no good. Good play by Mitchell to keep the ball alive, and we get another whistle.
Duggan had a nice long rebound. She had, a good block out there. The rebound was long, and got out over Jules' head. The block out was good. Just got it. The rebound came out too deep, and Mitchell was able to snag it.
Quintana will inbound, near side. Wenzel guards the inbound with 53.8 seconds left here in the quarter.
Toluso's checked in for Stella Johnson.
Kurt for three. Off the rim, no. Offensive rebound, falling back and down. Purvis, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Ryder ball. Purvis got the ball, couldn't control her body, and lost control of everything and the ball.
And too many white shirts watching the rebound that time.
That's a good point,
that
Dick.
That one should have been gobbled up right away.
Kurt sets a screen. Duggan sets the screen. Kurt ran into it. Kurt coming back from that knee injury prior to, I thought, one of the best players in the league. And
travel.
We got travel called on Cami Haskova. The woes continue, Dick, for her. With Robin Perkins out of the lineup, Cami has got to be on her A game. And she's got to find it early.
And she's struggling. That's all we can say over and over again right now. And you feel for her because she's second team all conference.
23 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's Kurt at the logo. And play for the last shot here. Kurt takes a peek at the clock, dribbles to the right, runs past it into a screen, picked up on a switch. Duggan, though, blocked the pass, got the ball. Wenzel behind her back, midcourt. It's good if it goes. Oh, it didn't go. We have played one here from the Times Union Center in Albany, New York, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference quarterfinal matchup between Ryder and Monmouth. Ryder leads by 1, 13-12. Come back with us on 107.7 The Bronx. Thank you, Leah. Well, if you're just joining the tournament for the first time, yesterday Canisius beat Niagara in overtime 80-74. It was Monmouth earning the right to take on Ryder by beating Manhattan 62-46. Marist took care of St. Pete's 71-60. Earlier, Dick, Canisius gave number one Quinnipiac a little bit of a scare.
Tie game with 2 minutes left. And Quinnipiac asserted themselves coming down the end, made a couple foul shots that they needed to make. And you got to give Canisius a ton of credit for the way they played. Tough to guard, worked hard, played a very nice game offensively. Quinnipiac is such a deep team, Jeff. They're so deep that it's very hard. They're a tough opponent for anybody.
Well, they played in the title game last year only to lose to Iona. But the winner of this game, Dick, will play on Sunday, and they'll take on the winner of Fairfield and Marist, who will meet up tomorrow.
Right.
Fairfield got the first round bye as the number 3 seed. And it'll be an interesting game because the last time Marist and Fairfield got together 2 days after Ryder beat them on the home floor, it was Marist that took care of Fairfield, and they were exhausted. I remember you were talking to Brian Georges, the Marist head coach, post game, and he goes, we're spent.
Yeah, they had like three games in 5 days. Or they were in one of those stretches that everybody gets once in a while. And he said they were a pretty exhausted team. But they came back out, did a nice job beating Fairfield, pushed Fairfield a game behind Ryder with that loss that Fairfield took, which later on proved to be a pretty large factor in the final seed.
Certainly was here. Out of the timeout, Ryder owns the basketball. Posset, Haskova, Wenzel, along with Toulouse and Duggan. They're going to be matched up against Mitchell, Barker, Nason back in Shaw, and Jarnett. Home white for the Bronx, up 13-12. Start of the second quarter. Lexi Posset, dangerous from the outside, feeds it to the inside. Julia Duggan tried to get it to cutting Cami Haskova, but a steal by Taylor Nason.
Yeah, they got Jules the basketball down low, but she's being forced down below or almost behind the backboard, making it very difficult for her to even get in a shot attempt.
Barker now to Jarnett, free throw line left, puts the ball on the floor, blocked by Posset, but a foul. She got the first step on the far side, and Lexi tried to recover, but called with a foul.
Fouls are minimal, 2 for Monmouth, and that's only the fourth for Ryder, I believe, right now in the game.
Yep.
So foul's not a factor in any way, shape, or form.
And Jarnett at the free throw line made her first 2, but misses the first one. We'll see for the first time Liz Doan from Izmir, Turkey, and our halftime feature guest. Stay tuned for that. Second free throw, in and out, no good. And Julia Duggan gets the rebound for Jules' rebound number 4. Ryder up 13-12. Toulouse now to Doan, runs it up with a left hand through the paint.
Was that welcomed? Right away, attacks the basket with that left hand, rolls one up and in.
Jarnett looks right, Barker puts the ball on the floor behind her back, staggered the dribble, goes up, no good. Rebound deflected, controlled by Mitchell. Back out to Shaw for 3. That's going to be short, and Wenzel gets the rebound.
Good trip there, good trip. They headed her off, they stopped the drive. Got a good closeout on Shaw, didn't allow her to shoot the 3 ball.
Well, Toulouse now to Doan. Doan fakes, goes to Wenzel on the left side. Wenzel sneakily puts the ball on the floor, staggers the dribble, puts it behind her back, 10 to shoot. Deposit, screen set by Doan. Long jumper off the back of the flange, no good. An outlet pass off the rebound up ahead to Barker. In transition, Shaw will stop, pop the 3, good.
Yeah, that was about 3 or 4 feet from behind the arc. And that's where she's made her bones. She's quite good from the 3-point line.
Ties the game up 15, but Doan answers back with a 12-footer.
You got to love seeing that. I'm telling you, the energy she brings, for her to be rewarded like that, to come in and do well.
Shaw found herself open, drives through the lane, floats it up with the left hand off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, ping-ponged around, and recovered by the Hawks.
Too many white shirts watching again.
From the corner, far side, Barker in the paint. Had it blocked by Duggan. Snap pass up ahead to Toulouse. 2-on-2, left wing to Posset. Posset's going to drive up, and a block is called underneath. The collision between Nason and Posset leaves both of them on the canvas.
Again, a drive and a little bit of an underhand layup, slightly off balance, but she drew the foul. I think Ryder needs to be careful how much time they spend dribbling the basketball against the Monmouth defense. It leaves them short on the shot clock.
Alexi Posset, a 72% free throw shooter, hits number 1. As we are going to see Rosa Graham. And Wenzel will sit for Ryder. And Hoskova back in. Free throws are good by the young lady from Western Pennsylvania, Lexi Posset. 7:35 to go here. First half, Ryder up 19-15. Nason on to Mitchell. Quickly to the right side to Barker, out high to Graham. Greeted by the hand of Toulouse. Mid-paint, Nason with power gets 2.
That was power against size right there. You were exactly right. She just took that up through Liz Doan.
Posset with a drop-back pass to Doan. To the key to Duggan. Left side feed to Skova. Sets for the 3. Bingo! Cami Skova.
Maybe. We'll hope. Good job. Nice kick out by Duggan. Big smile on everybody's face. They got Cami one. That might be a real good thing for the team right now.
Biggest lead is 5. 3 ball by Graham, no good. Rebound deflected. Duggan with help from Doan get the ball into the fast track. Up no good by Duggan. Tap back out. Graham with speed in transition with Doan in front. Scoop up and under and a foul.
Yeah, well, that's a foul that saved the layup. Going the other way. Jules tried to take it coast to coast. She had Toulouse on the left wing, Boston on the right wing. Took it herself and basically got a lot of horizontal and not a lot of vertical. And the ball went up too hard. And when that happens, it comes the other way very quickly.
Graham, 2 points on 1 for 3 shooting right now in 5 minutes of play. She'll go to the free throw line. Graham, first free throw is good. Lynn Milligan's going to go and bring Tracy Goodman up off the bench for the first time as Julia Duggan will sit down. Graham is just a freshman, averaging a point and a rebound per game. Graham's second free throw is good. 3-point difference, 22-19. Ryder leads, 6:40 to go first half.
She'll be matched up.
Doan had the ball deflect off of her, but a foul on Middleton, who shoved her from behind.
Yeah. Tracy will be matched up right now against Middleton, 2 freshmen in the center.
Goodman, Haskova, Doan, Johnson, Posset. Quintana checks in. Purvis is out there with Graham, Shaw, and Nason. Home right for the Bronx. Into the paint. Goodman puts it on the floor, but she traveled with the basketball. She had her struggles at Fairfield. They gave her a little bit of time there.
They gave her minutes there. Again, she's still really deep into the learning curve at this level right now. She has the potential, and she could be a good player. Right now, she struggles. 19th
appearance this year, averaging about 6 minutes per game. And a driving Rosa Grana's foul.
That's Stella. Stella Johnson with the foul.
So it's Graham who makes a return appearance to the free throw line. 2 for 2 there. 4 points, half of them coming from the strike. And the Jeff Nolan kiss of death right there, Dick.
Good job. Do it again. 4th personal foul. Each team now with 4. So with 6:17 left, both teams shoot.
Graham makes 1 for 2 on that trip. Sitting down for Ryder is Johnson. Escova in with Toulouse and Posset. Doan and Goodman are the bigs. Posset stops in the lane looking for some help. Back to Goodman with 12 to shoot. Handoff goes to Escova. Cammie just inside the left elbow. No good. Rebound deflected, and Cammie got the rebound. Tried to save it from her knees. Does. Doan controls it, and Ryder gets the ball. That's the hustle of the Bulldog.
That's what you get when the shots aren't going. You never get anything less than her best.
Posset with a move around Graham. Comes near side to Koskova for 3. Bingo!
Nice look by Posset and a nice spot up. They've run that before. They know where somebody's going to be. She knew she had a player in the corner, and it gave her enough time to knock it down.
Posset's got to work her way around the screen and knock the ball out of Graham's hands, who started that shot from her hip and allowed Posset to get back in the play. Crossover Posset now. Free throw line left. Handoff goes to Haskova. Haskova's going to drive up off the glass, gets the friendly roll, and it's the biggest lead of the game for Ryder.
That's
7.
What I said about getting started.
Back the other way. Quintana steps around the defender Haskova, who got back defensively but never really got set.
Yeah, she was on her heels.
Quintana picks up 2 with 4:50 to go here in the first half. Ryder up 5, 27-22. Top of the key. Left-handed Doan deals it back to Posset. Posset now. Goodman sets a nice screen. Free throw line jumper good.
You're right, and that's what freed that one up. Great screen by Tracy Goodman.
And a block will be called on Posset.
And that's the play we've seen and we've talked about so often. Her player gets a step and she just tries to ride the player body against body. She gets called for the foul there.
Timeout on the floor. We break with them from the Times Union Center. Postseason action. Ryder leads Monmouth 29-22. Come back with us on 107.7 The Bronx.
You'll love exploring New York State and winter. From skiing and snowmobiling to shopping in a quaint winter village for relaxing.
I don't. No, that should be the last one. And then we're going to go the half, and you've got the feature. So it'll be commercial break, bank, interview, commercial break, bank, and then back to Dick and game by the numbers. Okay. Yeah, go right ahead. Thanks, Lee. It sounds good back there. Thank you.
Got Wenzel for Posset.
What are we doing foul-wise here?
2 on Posset, 2 on Johnson. 7 total. But they're shooting, and that's the thing. So they just fouled her. She goes to the line now.
Visit MAACsports.com/shop to get your fan gear today. Let's welcome to the floor the Monmouth Cheer and Dance Team.
Hey, we welcome you back here at Times Union Center. It's okay. Once again, we welcome you back here at Times Union Center. Dick Weissman sits off to my right. I'm Jeff Nolan. Leah Thomas back at the studio. We welcome you on 107.7 The Bronco, Bronx.com. Also, our friends from MAAC TV. I want to welcome our Monmouth and Rider audiences and just basketball fans in general here, Dick. It's a great time of the year as conferences start getting their tournaments together.
It's one of the early tournaments, and it's just fun basketball. Tournament weekends are well worth the all-session ticket. Come seeing a lot of basketball games. I like the way right now that Monmouth is attacking. I think they've done a great job of attacking the basket with the dribble. They've done a nice job on the other end of the floor of keeping Rider from attacking the basket and containing them on the perimeter for the most part. The Riders' defense is holding Monmouth to 7 of 19 for the game. Riders up to 6 of 9 for the quarter, which pulls them up to 11 of 24 for the game. So the statistics are Rider holds a 7-point lead, but it's a pretty dead even game in a lot of stats.
Now keep an eye on Julia Duggan, 4 points on 1 for 6 shooting and 6 rebounds. And last game, Dick, if you remember, she started very slowly but wound up with 18 points and 19 rebounds in 2 games against the Hawks, the senior, who was a third-team all-league selection, averaging 16 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, then you're right. The last game against Fairfield, she had a really rugged first.
Well, this last game against Monmouth is where she went off for the 19 rebounds in game number 2. Nason strong, a little too strong. Koskova gets the rebound.
Good defense by Doan on her right there.
Yeah, excuse me. That was not Nason. That was Middleton, excuse me. I'll get it right eventually.
We usually don't see Middleton and Mitchell at the same time.
Toulouse, so short on the 3. Offensive rebound by Doan gives Rider a fresh 30 with 4 minutes left here in the half, up 29-22. Dick said Wenzel checks back into the lineup, screen set high by Doan. Now accepts the pass from Wenzel. Now quickly to Duggan. Duggan, once the baseline denied, brings it out to Wenzel in traffic. Cross court to Huskova for 3. Bingo.
I'm a happy guy.
I see the smile.
I'm a happy guy right now to see her get started.
Tam's got 11, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc here in 15 minutes of action.
And I'll tell you this, watching
Quintana for 3. Missed the mark. Wenzel with the rebound. Snap pass up ahead to Huskova, who feeds Duggan down the lane. Bucket is good, and a foul will be called on Christine Mitchell.
That was a nice, a well-placed pass, but an excellent catch and shoot, and a recovery, really, for Jules. She was, again, going full steam straight ahead, and Quinlan was able to gather herself to finish the play and goes to the foul line.
Yeah, and right now Monmouth is going to take a timeout with 3:19 to play and Rider up a dozen, 34-22.
Well, this is where we talked about first 5 minutes, last 5 minutes.
Right.
You're now down inside the last 5 minutes of the half. You've gained some momentum, so you're now up by 12 on a nice little run going for you here. You're playing well at both ends of the floor. Shots are starting to fall a little bit. Now you want to close this quarter out on that same note. You don't. Right now it's at 12 with 3:19 left. You don't want to get anything less than 12 for this half end. You play dead even, at least you go in up 12. You'd like to stretch it. But what you don't want to do is let Monmouth cut into this lead, get it down to 6-7 points in the last 3 minutes.
Well, the 2 times these teams got together back on the second, it was Monmouth with 2-point lead at the break, 35-33. And Rider had a 4-point lead at home, 38-34 on the 21st. And Duggan converts on the 3-point play. So Rider goes up 13, 3:17 to play here in the first. And Kurt with a drive and left it on the rim. And the rebound in traffic picked up by Middleton, and a fresh start for the Hawks. Kurt heavily braced on the right knee. With room for a second, gets the ball out high, deflected off the hands of Mitchell. Now back to Kurt, goes to Middleton.
Mitchell and Middleton aren't going to do anything out there. They're going to pass the ball.
Kurt kicks it out, Shaw for 3 and nailed it. They used most of the shot clock and capitalized at the end.
And that's the player, if you're Monmouth, that's the player you want to end up with that shot.
Huskova, screen set by Duggan. I think they're going to get Duggan. No.
Yeah, Quintana. She stuck a knee out as Cammy tried to go left and turn.
I thought Duggan did that, but go ahead.
No, it was Quintana. As she started to go left and turn the corner to go to the basket, Quintana stuck a leg out.
Okay. Her second, team's fourth, Dick. Haskova with the basketball, inbounds it, but throws it into the backcourt and out of bounds. Second inbound try in the half that has gone ugly for Ryder.
Just an unforced error all the way there. She throws it in. Taylor was cutting toward the basket or coming down toward the corner. Cammie misread it, threw it out of her head. Nobody was home.
35-25 Ryder, 2:30 to go.
Now we're back
in the half.
Talking about getting stops now.
Kurt crossover, rubs Wenzel out. Wenzel broke up the play, returned to Kurt, free throw line left. Slowed it down just enough to Mitchell, free throw line, puts it up off the back of the rim, but got the friendly bounce for two.
Very friendly. All those stuff up and almost over the top of the backboard. Grazed it, came down and went through, and now the lead is down to 8.
Wenzel, Duggan, Doan, Toulouse, Escobar, home white. This is Toulouse way out there, guarded by Shaw. In front of the Monmouth bench to Wenzel, screen set by Duggan, 15 on the shot clock. Toulouse now in the paint, she'll stop and pop, no good. Follow up by Duggan, miss, fights for the rebound, ripped it out of the hands of Milton and a foul.
You know, when you look at this, at the Ryder team right now, and just when you think, okay, we got it going here, and then you realize Stella Johnson's been on the bench for most of this quarter. So they're getting it done with Doan, who came in and gave him a great boost. Haskova gets hot. Duggan makes some points. She's up to 8.
Yeah, Duggan hits the first free throw, 4 for 4 from the stripe. And Dick said 8 points and 8 rebounds, make it 9 and 8. So she's close to the double-double mark again before we get to the first half. And two things we talked about, getting Cammie going, as Dick had mentioned. She got going, getting Duggan going. She's getting going. Kurt can't work it down and in, so Doan gets the rebound in traffic, and Ryder owns the basketball.
They've got to make sure that they give Doan and Duggan some help on the board.
Spin move to Duggan, off her fingertips now to bounce. A little too whip on that pass.
Yeah, a little drop step and try to go right to the basket, and she never really had control of it, a little anxious, and it just went right off her hands out of bounds. So it's Monmouth ball coming back at you with 1:12 left in the quarter.
It's going to be Kurt who captains the offense in this possession, takes the handoff quickly into Barker's hands, guarded by Haskova. Misfire with the basketball for just a moment, so gives it back to Kurt. Under a minute to go in the half. They go into the paint. Middleton looking for help. Back out to Mitchell. Shared with Kurt on the perimeter, who wants to drive against Wenzel, and she slapped Kurt and called with a foul.
Yeah, that's a shame, because anything that goes outside, anything on the perimeter where Mitchell touches the ball or Middleton touches the ball, most of the time it's going right back into the hands of one of the guards. In this case, it would be Barker, Kurt, or Shaw.
Well, it's called on the senior Wenzel. It's going to send Barker to the free throw line.
Taylor's first.
Excuse me, Middleton. Middleton at the free throw line. Middleton, first free throw is off the mark and no good. Her first trip to the free throw line. 11 minutes of action. She's got 4 rebounds, but scoreless so far.
48% free throw shooter on the season.
Right now, Monmouth 5 for 9 from the stripe. Make that 5 for 10. 2 misses by Middleton. Ryder gets the ball back with 47 ticks left in the half. Up by 10, 37-27. Wenzel, high screen set by Duggan, who rolls off of that, but they work to Haskova. Now Doan, baseline left drive, and a foul. Coming off the bench and fouling her is Erica Ballman.
And we saw Ballman do a great job in those last minutes at Ryder the other week. Just really played very, very well. Doan got the step on her that time, and she just put both hands out and extended them and just made contact with Liz. Enough to draw the foul. Immediate whistle. Doan misses the first.
Yeah, Doan has not gotten a lot of trips to the stripe this year. A 60% shooter, and Dick, you can see why. She really rushes it up there.
Yeah, she has her rhythm, and she has the way she does it. I like her from 15 feet. There it is.
Now that one, nothing but twine that time. 11-point Ryder lead, 35 seconds left in the half, 27 on the shot clock. It's Graham, Middleton, Purvis with long distance capabilities out there with Barker and Shaw.
Yeah, everybody's looking over at the Ryder bench and the officials, and Graham almost had a clean go to the basket. Everyone turned their head.
Travel blue for the Hawks. Looking to cut into the deficit. Back to Barker for 3. Good.
Yeah,
She looked good on that one.
Yeah, we saw Barker make
back the other way, passed just a little too high for Doan as Middleton fell down on the play. It was a 4-on-5, and Ryder could not take advantage of it. So now 4 seconds left here in the half. The Hawks will inbound Graham with the ball. Nobody's going to touch her. She's going to put it up, and we get to the halftime mark. Dick, a little concerned because people were not so much, I think they were waiting for the clock to run out.
Right, and Graham did the right thing. She took the ball and said, I'm not going to throw it ahead and worry about a long shot. I'm going to take it right to the basket because nobody's guarding me. So Ryder escapes. They escaped some ragged play in the last minute and a half to go in with an 8-point lead.
Well, for the Ryder Bronx, third meeting between these two teams, and for the second time, they'll take a lead into the locker room, their biggest so far. 38-30, Ryder leads here in this matchup between number 2 Ryder and number 7 Monmouth. 38-30. When we come back, we will visit Dick with the pride of Izmir, Turkey, who came to Ryder via Western Nebraska Community
and
College.
One of the really, really, truly team players.
Liz Doan is our senior feature coming up. Ryder leads at the break, 38-30. We come back with more 107.7 The Bronx. Okay, I'm closing down the mics, Leah, and Dick will be ready in just a little bit, okay? Thank you. I'm going to turn down the mics, okay? And Dick will be here out of the second bank of commercials.
She'll go to commercial, right? Leah, can you hear me? I'm back, and you just count me in or tell me when when it's on me. Okay, just give me a nudge, okay? Like you always do. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Leah.
Carve your own path or prepare for the next surge in your career at Monmouth University. Located along New Jersey's coastline, this beautiful campus is just 1 hour from New York and Philadelphia. Monmouth University offers a welcoming and dynamic setting for student development, innovative academic programs, nationally ranked Division I sports, and renowned faculty make this private university a great place to find your future. Take root, make waves, and become a part of something bigger. See the difference at monmouth.edu.
Welcome back to the MAAC Basketball Championships from the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. I'm Dick Wiseman. Jeff Nolan will join the broadcast in just a moment. We're going to take a look at the halftime scoring. Ryder Bronx into the halftime with a 38-30 lead, and we'll take a look at individual numbers. Christina Mitchell from Monmouth, 2 points. Taylor Nason had 2, 6 for Kayla Shaw. Elena Jarnett with 5, 3 for Mackenzie Barker. Kayla Quintana with 4, 5 for Rosa Graham. Helena Kurt did not score, 3 for Thais Purvis. Alexa Middleton did not score, and Erica Bowman did not score. For a total of 30 points on 10 of 27 shooting, 5 for 12 from behind the arc, 37% total shooting for the Monmouth. For your Ryder Bronx, Julia Duggan, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 11 points, 3 rebounds after a slow start for Cami Heskova. Stella Johnson, 6 points. Taylor Wenzel did not score. Safi Toulousa with a 3 early for her 3 points. 5 for Elise Doan, came off the bench and hit 2 quick baskets and a free throw, so she's got 5. 4 for Lexi Pawson. Tracy Goodman played 2 minutes and did not score for 38 points for Ryder. Ryder shoots 13 of 29 for 44% for the first half. Ryder out rebounds Monmouth 18-16. Those are the numbers that jump off. Ryder leads in points in the paint. They lead off points off turnovers. They lead off in second chance points, fast break points. Bench points is the only category that Monmouth has taken the halftime lead in as we went to the locker room. So it'll be Ryder coming out to start the second half, leading Monmouth 38-30.
Well, the Monmouth bench early in this season heavily outscored the Ryder bench. But Dick,
that was Purvis.
Right, it was.
It was Purvis.
Right, and that was game number 1. What would you, if you were Lynn Milligan, you get the magic wand? What's the one thing you want to see Ryder do strong here in the second half?
I'd like to see him continue to. Well, I'd like to see him do a little bit better tightening down their on-the-ball defense, maybe a little bit stopping the penetration. I'd like to see him do a little bit better job team rebounding, making sure there's no second shots down in there, getting blockouts on the perimeter people, and not just trying to keep Mitchell or Middleton off the boards or Purvis if she's in there, but making sure. And again, I like the way they've pretty much been able to stay with Shaw. Shaw's a player that can erupt really at any time. You give her a couple open threes. She's like a lot of other players. I just watched the young lady Welsh for Canisius, and she's that type of player. There are some players that you just can't, you don't step back and say, go ahead, I dare you to shoot it. And she's one of them.
Ryder 17-1 this season when they lead at the break. And
good start. That's what we need, a good start.
By the way, just a reminder, Kevin Baggett, head coach of the men's squad, off to our left. They've got Iona tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It'll be Darryl Fine with the coach, Kevin Banyan, and John Moses with the call catcher right here, 107.7 The Bronx. As we get ready to start the second half, he's Dick Weisman. I'm Jeff Nolan. Leah Thomas back at the studio at Monmouth in the travel blue with the white lettering on the name and the silver numbers. They own the basketball, trailing in this one. Barker on the wing to Mitchell, just inside the 3, no good. Duggan gets the rebound.
That's a good choice for Ryder, is to just lay off Mitchell until she shows she can actually make something from 15 feet.
Posset, Duggan, Toulouse, Escova, and Johnson on the floor for Lynn Milligan, who won Coach of the Year honors earlier today. Escova's pass was deflected by Nason, recovered, though, by the Bronx. 10 to shoot. Posset on the outside. Staggers that dribble to Johnson. Crossover in the paint with a left hand, in and out, no good. And rebound is scooped there by Mitchell.
Those starting fives, with the exception of Posset, replaces Wenzel for Ryder.
Now this is Jarnett with a jab step to the left. Right side to Barker. Stays on the perimeter. They go into the paint, but a foul is going to be called on Ryder. Johnson put a hand.
Well, that's bad because that's her third, I believe. And what happened there is Duggan, they switched. They switched a lot. And Duggan got caught way on the outside with Barker, and Stella Johnson got caught inside with the big.
That was number 3, Dick. You're right. He gives the Hawks the basketball back here. Jarnett to Shaw against Posset, the sophomore. Now to Barker with an open look for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound between the legs of Toulouse, who turns, recovers, and picks it up.
She caught a break there because she didn't turn and block out, and the long rebound came out. Barker almost claimed it.
Posset, the screen set by Duggan, goes to the right to Huskova. Return to Posset, who's got eyes from Shaw.
And they just drag Johnson back and forth across
Posset
the baseline.
for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Huskova fights for the rebound. Tried to deflect it when she could have hugged it and held on. This is Nason, takes the feet off balance, and the block called Johnson, number 4. The freshman will be sent to the bench automatically.
After a great start in this game, and now she's back on the bench.
And Taylor Wenzel up off that bench as Nason goes to the stripe.
So this definitely shortens the Ryder bench and limits Lynn's options as she goes down a stretch run here.
Nason, first free throw, 3 points on the afternoon, 10 minutes of action.
First points of the quarter for either team.
It is 38-31, 8:20 to go here in the third. Second free throw pending, and Ryder now with a 6-point lead, 38-32.
Largest lead, I believe, was 13.
Posset directs traffic with the right hand, now puts the dribble into that hand in front of her own bench, out high to Toulouse, so just inside the arc, that's short. Rebound goes to the corner now to bounce. It's going to be Monmouth ball. Ryder's got to refocus offensively quickly.
First shot off the first pass, going left to right. She shot back, going left and tried to shoot back right. Just not a real good high percentage shot right there.
Toulouse was looking, Dick, for the ball to shoot in the previous possession and maybe just wants to get something going, and it's just not happening.
Right.
Jarnett now got around Posset. Has to come back to Shaw, takes the return feed. Now against Lexi. Goes up and around Duggan, and Duggan got a strong rebound and pulled it down.
That's her 10th.
Wenzel, long three. Bingo!
Again, I'm not so sure that was an advisable shot, but it went down, and so you go, no, 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 yes.
I think I heard you do that, too. 41-32, Ryder leads here early third quarter. As if you were and I was. Barker with a step back, no good, long rebound. Toulouseau gets it for Ryder.
I just need to see more white shirts going after rebounds, especially those long ones like that.
Aggressively, too, Dick.
Right.
They're kind of timid.
Yeah, they're waiting for the ball to come to them instead of going after the basketball.
Toulouseau goes to Posset in front of that Ryder bench, and the home white shooting to the right. Toulouseau catches on the outside. Shaw's on her. To the baseline, Duggan with a reverse. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound deflected out to Jarnett. Fires it down the wing to Barker. Barker waits for the running mates. Bounce pass to Shaw and a double team off the hands of Posset out of bounds.
I thought Posset actually had knocked it off of Barker's foot.
Well, that's what Toulouseau is saying, but will the referee agree? I don't think so.
Well, they won't review that.
No.
So it stays Monmouth basketball.
Purvis checks in for the freshman Shaw, who sits.
A couple Ryder players kind of stating their case there.
22 on the shot clock. Inbound. Barker. They go into the post. Purvis backs up against Wenzel, no good. Duggan gets rebound, number
11.
6:20 left here in the third. Ryder with a 41-32 lead. Looking to advance to take on the winner Marist Fairfield on Sunday. Off balance, Wenzel off the glass, no good. Outlet up ahead to Jarnett.
Yeah, a little bit of a.
Purvis for three. He's got a clean look, no good. And Purvis got her own miss. Back out to Barker for three. That's off the flange, over the backboard and out of bounds.
When the shooter gets their own long rebound, somebody's not doing their job. I mean, that's the easiest player on the court to block out. And it wasn't done there, and they were fortunate to come away without giving up any points. And Barker, we've seen Barker. I think she knocked down 3 threes in a row late in the last game, if I'm correct. I haven't gone to those stats yet, but Barker can make the three ball.
Well, right now, Jenny Palmentier has gone to her bench a little bit. As Graham comes in, Graham falls down and went into Duggan full force. Duggan tried to rub her out again. Open for three, Haskova rims it, no good, and Graham, who took the beating, gets the rebound.
That's one out of the last 4 shots have been very questionable, really. That was way out.
Barker picked up by Posset on the left side, dumps it to Middleton. Now they find Barker to Middleton again. Middleton from the hip puts it up, no good, rebound deflected. Haskova gets it and fires it up ahead to Safi Toulouseau. Well, right now, slowing it down.
This is about patience and shot selection right now. You just want to move the basketball, but you want to make sure that you're coming up with better shots.
Wenzel on the right side, 13 on the shot clock. Deposit, and that goes off a blue
she's tripped.
Body, and we have a foul.
Yeah, they got the foul.
And, Dick, that is going to be Taylor Nason.
Okay, we didn't.
Our third.
We didn't see if the fingers go up, who it was. You had to wait for the PA.
Ryder gets the ball. This is Toulouseau, under 5 to go in the third, up 41-32. Outside Duggan, and she converts.
Yeah, she got that up with a hand in her face and knocked it down. Ryder goes back up by 11.
Jules, 11 points, 11 rebounds, has found that magic double-double once again. Ball loose on the floor, recovered by Wenzel, leads the charge back the other way. Head up. Wenzel goes the distance. The bucket is good, and the foul.
Good decision. They ran almost side by side, she and Pawson, and they really didn't have the option of the next pass. Taylor was ahead of the defender, and she was able to finish.
Chance for a three-point opportunity. Timeout. 4:34 to play in the third. Ryder's got momentum in the lead, 45-32. We've got more from the Times Union Center next. 107.7 LeBron.
No, I won't. I'll text you because, what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe. This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi.
All right, Leo, we're back. Thank you, pal. Thanks for the good work today. I appreciate it.
We are the best supply network in sports. Visit us online at www.bsnsports.com. Please welcome to the floor the Riders cheer team.
Back here in the 2-7 game in women's bracket from Albany, the number 2 seeded Rider Bronx leading Monmouth 45-32. Dick, and had a chance and a fun time talking with Liz Doan, setting up that interview earlier in the week. And what a fun kid to talk to.
I didn't get a chance to say anything coming out of the break about it, but it was great that you were able to introduce Liz Doan to our listening audience. She is truly just the best word to describe her is a delightful young woman. She just has such a positive attitude about everything. I mean, for her to talk about her injury,
right,
the way she talked about it, and she just has so much respect and gratitude for Gina Dane, the rider trainer. When she mentioned Gina, maybe some people out there don't know who she meant. Gina Dane is the rider trainer, and between the two of them, they've got Liz able to give us a full season of basketball. And she just is, like I said, going off the air, she's a consummate team player right now. Everything she does is about the team.
Well, she's about energy, and she started this season, or her career off at Ryder with a great first game. And things kind of leveled off, and she was injured January of last year against Marist, and made the recovery of the torn ACL and coming back and getting the season in is out of the timeout. Taylor Wenzel, chance to convert on a three-point opportunity.
That would give Ryder their largest lead if she knocks this one down.
Wenzel, I believe, was fouled by Barker on that one. T. Wentz, first trip to the free throw line. She makes it work there. Wenzel now 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 19 minutes of action.
And there's the difference with Graham and Jordan. Graham will take it right to the basket if you blink your eyes.
Graham fires it over to Purvis. Screen set by Quintana. It's Purvis still with the ball. She took about 3 or 4 extra steps.
I actually thought for the late whistle they were going to call contact and a foul, and I think you did too.
Yeah, that's why I hesitated.
No, she took a couple extra steps to get there.
And no doubt about it. Gives the ball back to Ryder up 46-32. Bronx lead, 4:14 to play here in the third quarter. That is turnover number 13 on the Hawks. Wenzel, Scova, Duggan, Toulouse, and Posset in the home white, shooting to the right. 5 on the shot clock. Wenzel with a move. Wenzel off balance off the glass.
Right, again.
Yeah, not the smartest.
Yeah, caught with the dribble, going nowhere, and then nothing left to do but just literally throw it to the basket that time.
Desperation. Rebound was recovered by the Hawks. Barker, screen set by Graham from the key. Return to Graham on the right side, greeted by the defensive Posset. Now to Quintana. In front of her own bench, 10 on the shot clock, deep right corner, Purvis, hand in her face. Duggan held her ground, blocked the shot, and picked up.
Great job, arms straight up, and she shot the ball right into Jules' arms, and she was able to recover the block on top of everything else. It goes to Ryder.
Yep. Bronx have the ball. This is Toulouse. Hand off to Wenzel on the outside. Huskova sets a screen for her. One-hand pass to Posset. 10 on the shot clock. See what Lex can do here. Lex now trying to get Toulouse to move so she can have the right side, but a strip and a steal by Graham. Graham back the other way. Left-handed short. Fight for the rebound, and the foul will be called against Alexa Middleton of the Hawks.
For pushing Cami Huskova out of bounds, coming down to get the rebound. Good job by Posset that time not to foul. I really thought she was going to lean on her enough to draw the foul call. And Graham left it short. Huskova came down to get the rebound and got pushed into the stanchion as she got pushed from behind.
Middleton called with 2. Team's third. Three-quarter Half-court inbound pass caught by Wenzel. They couldn't do anything with it, so they go into the half-court setup.
But a nice pass. Plays put in just the right spot.
Rider looking to play on Sunday against the Marist Fairfield winner. They swept Marist and were swept by Fairfield during the season. 2:30 left here in the third. Bronx up 46-32. Top of the key, jumper by Lexi Possett's good.
How nice would it be to see her warm up? I mean, we saw her have a game of a lifetime the other week with the 23 she put up.
Graham back to Barker. Jumping on her defensively is Wenzel. That's the key to Rider's success. Graham from the outside off the mark, no good. Duggan waits for the rebound. Teeter-totters on that back line, but falls out of bounds.
Yeah, she got caught near the end line, and just enough pressure from behind by Middleton to get her toes edged out on that line.
And she kind of had to do that for boxing out purposes.
Exactly. Everything was good on the play. The rebound just came off too close to the end line in all reality.
Middleton gets the inbound in front of her own bench. We'll give it up to Graham, who directs traffic with the left hand while putting the ball on the floor with the right.
This is the matchup I like right here, Toulouse and Shaw.
Baseline drive. Steal, though, by Haskova, intended for Nason. Wenzel back the other way. Push pass, off balance to Posset, who draws contact and a foul.
Nice job. Wenzel brought the ball down, and as she started to curl it and bring it right back out again, she got a little bit of a back cut from Posset, and she laid it off to her, a dribble, a bounce pass off the dribble. Posset gets fouled.
Right now, Posset goes to the free throw line, but I look at the Hawk stick, and they're using a lot of their bench, but if there's a team that looks like they're starting to suck wind, it looks like it's Monmouth.
I don't know how tired they can be right now. This is one of those games where there's no tomorrow. You might as well get as tired as you can get.
Well, Posset twice from the free throw line is good.
She goes to the bench early and often.
50-32, Rider with a lead with 1:35 left in the third. Barker, two hands in front of her in the form of Wenzel. Free throw line right to Shaw, greeted by Toulouse. Out high to Nason, 10 on the shot clock. Left wing feed over to Jarmuth. Driving up against Posset, no good. Got her own miss, used an elbow to clear her out. Gets it to Middleton. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Jarmuth with the basketball. Between the logo and the half circle and a whistle. And
it must be a clock situation. How about a reset? I probably want to reset. I think Jarnett's ball hit the question might be that Jarnett's ball hit the rim.
Well, Lynn Milligan is signaling that she thinks the clock.
Well, if Jarnett's original drive off Posset never caught iron,
right,
then the shot clock should have never reset.
And I think Lynn's saying that if you look at it, it would have expired, because that was the signal she was doing. By the way, Lynn Milligan spreading credit, Coach of the Year, selected as the MAAC Coach of the Year earlier this morning, and giving credit to the people that deserve it around her. Pam Durkin has been with her since day one. Pam played here right after Lynn. They're Rider graduates and Rider heart. They live by that motto. Sean Smith, who came here last season. Chloe Hamilton. Chloe has just grown with this staff and become such a valuable asset.
Great scouting report from Chloe.
And Rita Gilcrease, who joined this year. I mean, I've watched the way that Chloe and Sean have just blossom under both Lynn and Pam.
Yeah, they have a nice what's the word? The way they delegate their jobs or their responsibilities, and they've all each one of them has accepted what they've been asked to do graciously, and they just give their very best, and that's why the success has happened this year.
Jarnett with a crossover, goes over to Shaw just inside the arc. No good, and Toulouse with a rebound, and Rider with that 50-32 lead, 60 seconds left in the third, and chew up some of that clock here, and if they can convert and take some momentum into the fourth. Duggan, with a good move, and gets around, and a foul.
And
one. Yeah, she just really took Alexa Middleton and shook her out of her boots.
Yeah, she did the move that she's done all game, where she tried to spin and go baseline, and all of a sudden she just ripped it back through. Ripped the ball right back through on her and went back left. And she left her in the dust that time and took the contact.
Makes it work, converts the three-point play, and Jules now with 14 and 12 in 27 minutes. The senior says, I want to keep playing. she has any say in the matter, and right now she does. That's a moving screen by Nason, nothing call. So Shaw will give it to her on the wing. Nason catches contact with the foot of Duggan, foul against Jules.
I think they've got Duggan.
Yeah.
Only the third team foul, so it should not be a shooter.
And Jules jammed a finger or something like that as well. She seems okay.
Now they got a foul on the inbound play. I think the way they handled Jules, probably the way she handled the screen. Yeah. She just roughed up the cutter. Good call.
2 quickies on Jules.
Yeah, good call by the refs.
Jarnett for 3. No good. Haskova in between 2 blue shirts is fouled.
They're going to get Nason with the foul, I believe.
Seeing a little bit of frustration now from Monmouth.
And with that, Ryder walks the length of the court. Cammie will shoot 2 free throws.
Cammie Haskova, who picked up a little bit of steam earlier, slowed down a little bit, 11.6 rebounds, but was a driving force in kind of getting this team going in the first half.
When she knocked down those first couple shots for her for the day, it did kind of ignite this team.
Yeah.
And here comes,
she hit the threes.
And here was the igniter when Liz Doan came off the bench and made her first 2 shots.
Wenzel sits, Doan comes in, Purvis comes off the bench for the Hawks, and Nason sit. Cammie missed the second one, so Kammer with 12 and 6 so far, 12.6 rebounds here. Late third quarter, Ryder up 54-32. It's Jarnett taking her time. 10 seconds left in the quarter.
This is a contain right here.
Jarnett against Posset, a foul. Posset wants to know what she did.
I'll tell you what she did. The same thing she always does. Her player gets the first step, gets by her, and instead of outrunning the basketball, she runs next to the player and leans on her.
First free throw by Jarnett, no good.
I mean, it's almost, if you were going to put it in the playbook or in the dictionary of basketball sequences, plays, whatever, you put Lexi Posset right next to her picture. It's the same foul every time.
2 misses by Jarnett, but an offensive rebound by Barker. A little too strong going back up with it, so Julia Duggan says, I'll take control of it, and that's the end of the quarter. So through 3. Number 2 seeder Ryder against number 7 Monmouth. It's Ryder 54-32. 10 minutes away from playing on Sunday. More after this on 107.7 The Bronx. Yes, thank you, Leah. Once again, I'm saying nothing but good things about you. Thank you. Are you working Sunday, Leah, or is it somebody else? Okay. Okay, well, yeah, if you get a day off, take advantage of it. If not, if we get you, it's our good fortune. I'm going to turn my mic down for just a second, okay? Thank you. All right.
First and second round, March 16th and 18th at the KeyBank Center, hosted by the Atlantic Athletic Conference. Visit ncaa.com/NBD tickets, score your tickets, and view hospitality options. Your seats are ready. Are you?
Dick Weissman sits to my right. I'm Jeff Nolan. And as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, Dick, just a quick get well wishes to our buddy Brian Solomon, former assistant SID, a couple medical procedures, and get well soon, buddy.
Good. Yeah, we're thinking about you, Brian. Missing you up here. Hey, I'm saving this question for Lynn. I want to say it because I want to see the smile on her face. 0 for 15 from the floor for that quarter for Monmouth. 0 for 15.
Woo.
That will bring a big smile to her face.
Ryder outscoring Monmouth 16-2 in the quarter. Yeah, right now up 54-32. And that's all yours, Dick.
That'll be a fun one to ask.
Off the inbound, Ryder. Wenzel works it into the front court. Haskova, Duggan, Doan, and the freshman Toulouse. So home white shooting to the right with a big lead. Wenzel, Haskova thought about a head fake, drives and falls and travels. It's never pretty, but it works most of the time. It's just not that time.
And she just gets up and smiles and says, all right, I'll go get a rebound now.
Rosa Graham fires at the Shaw, thought about the three, brought Duggan off her feet, drives up, no good. Middleton with another good, strong rebound, turns and puts it up and in.
Yeah, that was that mismatch on the switch against Duggan on Shaw.
Back the other way, it's Duggan who goes glass.
And a nice look to find her.
Ryder be happy trading buckets with a big lead. That's behind Middleton trailing the play. Stolen by Wenzel. Missed it as Graham got a piece of it. Toulouse got the rebound, feeds Duggan who filled the lane, and she was fouled.
Yeah, they caught Taylor looking over her shoulder, and it slowed her up by looking back. I've usually told players, if you get the basketball, you feel that defender in time. You will feel the defender. You just put your eyes and focus on the rim and get there.
Julia Duggan, free throw line action, 16 points, 13 rebounds, misses her first free throw of the afternoon.
Yeah, well, that's something I can razz her about that later on. Tell her she missed a foul shot.
She was watching the Quinnipiac-Canisius game late when it was close, and she looks at me and she goes, I don't need this prior to our game. For a second free throw by the senior is good.
I think they'd be very happy to make the finals Monday against Quinnipiac. It doesn't matter who they play.
Graham with a real pretty move,
nice,
up and good.
Nice player, very nice player, and only a freshman. She has a nice future in front of her.
She went down the left side and put it in the right hand and slipped it off the glass.
Very quick, very intense. Really pushes the ball.
A punch out, but recovered by Ryder, and Haskova runs into Mitchell. Mitchell did a nice job of denying the entry.
Yeah, and Cammie got the ball, tried to weave her way through two players.
You call that a weave?
Yeah, the weave was she kind of fell into Mitchell's legs, and Mitchell got called with the foul.
Yep.
A little off balance. Sometimes it looks like Cammie's playing on skates.
And she's not a very good skater. 8:42 to go here in the game. All Ryder 57-36. Toulouse with a left-hand short. Mitchell with a rebound, bounces up ahead to Graham, quickly into the front court. Graham stops, slid, hands it off to Purvis, who puts it off the top of the tape and in for two. Might have missed that one, Dick. I think she slid before she dumped that pass off.
So she was on skates too.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and Ryder's got to stay focused. Big lead, but still 8:11 to play. Pass it for three. Bingo!
That's a big answer right there. Those are the kinds that just hurt when you're the other team. You're working hard, come back and make a couple in a row. She knocks down a long three.
Purvis guarded by Posset. Stops right into Duggan, who blocked it. Haskova tried to save it on the baseline. 10 on the shot clock as they recover the basketball. Graham with Toulouse in front of her. Takes it down the right side. Scoop up and good. Dick, that was acceleration at the last moment.
She does. She has two or three gears that there she is again. I love her on defense like that there. Now, she got the foul. What she does is she stays and she contains. And she gets real low, bends those knees and gets down and plays under the player with the basketball and gets down and is able to punch it away or swipe it like that. She's a very nice player.
Now you look at her and Shaw and Jarnett, all freshmen in the backcourt in the next 3 years after this for Jenny Palmatier. That's got to make her feel good when she puts her head on the pillow at night as Graham knocks a pass out of bounds.
And as far as the up-front player, let's see. Purvis graduates, but they do have Middleton back. He's had a 6'2 freshman. Nason is a freshman. She's back.
Right. Again, you'd mentioned earlier, work in progress, Middleton, but has size, and you can coach him up, as they say, Dick.
Exactly.
7:21 left here in the game. Ryder up 60-40. Looking for an opportunity to take on the winner of Marist Fairfield, who meet tomorrow afternoon. That game will take place 1:30 on Sunday. Duggan put the ball on the floor, lost it, recovered by teammate Huskova, off balance. Duggan tries to help her. Together they get the ball back and a fresh 30 on the shot clock. And right now Lynn Milligan says, all right, let's take the air out of the ball a little bit. Ryder looking for their first playoff win since they beat Fairfield 3 seasons ago. Duggan missed and then batted the ball out of the hands of Mitchell.
Yeah.
And Ryder gets another crack at it. Right now, everything going Ryder's way. 6:30 to play with the big league. Huskova is going to be called to charge.
No. They got her on ripping it. That was a catch and a clear through as she brought the ball through high. The elbows didn't come out, and they said, I'm glad they didn't call it a flagrant foul, but I didn't see it there. I thought all she did was make a basketball move right there. Now maybe at a different angle, it shows up another way.
Lynn Milligan wasn't happy with the call either, Dick. She's looking and saying, I know I got a 20-point lead, but I am not letting Monmouth up off the canvas. Still a dangerous team. Handoff, Purvis runs into Duggan, so she's got to bring it back out. Sees three, puts it in the air, rims it no good. Huskova able to get the rebound, but fouled immediately.
Yeah, that was Quintana, I believe, that fouled her.
It is going to give Ryder the ball with 6:07 to play here in the fourth. As Helena Kurt will come up off the bench. And again, I mentioned this earlier. She sat out last season with a knee injury. Prior to that, boy, I really
You have always
her.
liked her as a player and enjoyed watching her.
Yeah, well, she was a wonderful point guard that could score when she had to. And I know you love that in a point guard that can keep you honest on the offensive end.
Exactly. Well said. That's right.
Posset against Kurt, gets a step on it. Good rejection by Mitchell, saved by Purvis.
Good play there by Mitchell and Purvis to recover that loose ball, get the block.
Mitchell stops, sets the screen. Kurt feeds her in the paint. Her pass out of it is deflected and stolen.
Riders, they've been unbelievable with their scrambling on the defense and really contesting passes, getting in passing lanes, really disrupting any kind of flow.
You look at what Ryder's doing right now, Dick, and they're doing it with their freshman, all rookie freshman, Stella Johnson, on the bench most of this half with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Stella buried herself early.
Step back three by Posset off the rim, no good. Another offensive rebound by Duggan. Jules now with
14.
And boy, she has really done some damage. Now they feed her, and she gets to Julia Duggan, not to be denied.
Points 18 and 19, I believe. Yeah, there it is.
Kick out. Quintana runs into the Bulldog, and a foul is going to be against Quintana.
Good job. That's a nice matchup there where she doesn't have to play one of the quicker guards.
Timeout on the floor. 4:42 to play in the fourth. And Ryder on its way into the semifinals. They lead 62-40. More after this on 107.7 The Bronx. All right, how much? Just put it on.
And now let's welcome to the floor the Monmouth cheer dance team.
Hey, back here at the Times Union Center with Dick Weissman, I'm Jeff Nolan. Don't forget, the men are in action tomorrow night. Jimmy Taylor wins it yesterday with 4 seconds left on a three-pointer against Manhattan. So they will take on Iona tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Darryl Fine, Kevin Bannon, also John Moses with the call. And then right now, Dick and I will return Sunday, 1:30, against either Marist or Fairfield.
If this last 4:42 holds, we will be back on Sunday.
Yeah.
That is a 3:30 game, I believe, or 1:30 game?
1:30.
1:30 on Sunday.
That's why I included it in my last sentence.
Was I listening? Of course not.
Listen, I've been married for 34 years. I understand at times people don't listen to me.
My wife understands that very well.
Hey, by the way, Julia Duggan, a double-double, number 11 on the season, 20 on the career. And again, she just does what she thought she can do. Our stats have gone out here, Dick, so we will.
Well, we have the paper stats in front. We'll go old school for a little bit here.
4:42 to play here in the fourth. Rider with a 62-40 lead over the Hawks of Monmouth, who beat Manhattan yesterday to get to this game. And Stella Johnson with the 4 fouls will check back into this one. So it'll be Johnson, Posset, Duggan, Wenzel, and Huskov out there for Lynn Milligan.
We're starting 5.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Possett's out there.
Yeah, Possett's out.
With Wenzel out there with her.
Peluso is not on the starter that's not in right now.
Wenzel screen set by Duggan. Long jumper off the rim, no good. Huskov in traffic gets the rebound, and Ryder keeps the possession.
Another fresh shot clock.
4:10 left here in the contest. All Ryder here, a 16-2 third quarter. Created the separation between these two teams. 3-ball, Posset straight on, bingo!
You had to see them start to find the range here in a large building with not much of a shooting backdrop. Really, you have to get used to these things, and they're starting to find that.
Kurt against a tentative Johnston earns 2.
Kurt, the veteran, says, "Okay, you have 4 fouls. I'm going to take you to the basket."
Yeah. Thanks for making it easy on me. 20 seconds left in shot clock here, 3:29 in the game. Screen set for Lexi Posset. Hesitates with the dribble, took it up off the glass, no good. Duggan went for the steal. In transition, Carbone. And a deflected pass goes off a blue jersey and out of bounds. And I think it was Cameron with a hammer who got in the way.
Now it was Dana Carbone that came in down at Ryder last week. I think she had 3 threes in that final minute or so.
Yep. Time running out for Jenny Palmentier and the Hawks of Monmouth. Cutting towards the bucket, a lob pass to Wenzel, fires it back out to Johnson. Into the post to Skova, who's fouled by Carbone.
Fouled from behind. She came across, and as she stopped to post up, Carbone just ran into her from behind. Nice job of coming to meet the basketball, but also almost a form of a block out to protect the ball. And she draws the foul, makes the first.
Yeah, Cami Huskova, a second-team All-League selection this year. And looking ahead, Dick, you got to think going into next season, she's got to be considered a preseason All-First team.
I would hope. There are a lot of good players coming back next year.
There certainly is.
An awful lot. When you look at the first, second, and third team, all MAAC.
Yeah, Julia Duggan got third team. Robin Perkins, Player of the Year. And she's done for the tournament. Is Carbone with a strong take. And Purvis with a follow-up and no good.
One other side to that. Robin Perkins was the only unanimous first-team selection across the voting.
All right, now is going to be Purvis at the free throw line. Missed number 1. Again, we'll be back Sunday at this point. Marist or Fairfield. Fairfield, the 3 seed. Teams split the series. And Purvis' second free throw is good. I think it's a game with a day off, an extra day to prepare that Brian Georges and Maris can win.
Oh, I think so. I think either one. That's a coin toss game. And Maris will be ready.
6th seed. 10-time conference champion as Julia Duggan goes up against Mitchell and fouled. The ball went out of bounds.
Like you and I said during the regular season, when all is said and done, they're still Marist.
Oh, they certainly are. Class 2, Brian Georges went to the team bus after the game, after the morning awards ceremony to congratulate Lynn Milligan. Lexi Possett's three's no good. 2:17 left in this one. Ryder will live to play another day as Helena Kurt with a strong take for 2. 2:05 left in this one. Ryder up 22. And the defense once again, Lynn Milligan hangs her hat on it, comes through. Taking her time with the basketball, Wenzel hands it off to Johnson. Johnson thought about spinning with it. Instead, deals it back out to Posset. Lexi with a scoop shot, no good, but off a blue jersey. And that is going to go back. It should go back to Ryder. So it went off of Zalea.
Yeah. You know.
And Elena Kurtik is going to, I think, take a bow right now. Final appearance for her. And again, a wonderful career up into the knee injury. Gets a big hug from her head coach, deservedly so.
You know, when you're on the other bench and your team shoots an 0 for 15, you can do an awful lot of things right and still lose an awful lot of ground at the same time when you don't put the ball in the basket.
So the Hawks running up the white flag here. Johnson will inbound, $1:40 left. Duggan with her toes on the arc shot and the shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was just, she had to get it off. Otherwise, we'd be critical of that actual shot that she just took, and I could bug her about that. But that was to beat the shot clock.
Carbone from the outside, picked up immediately, dribbles off to her left and tickles the twine from outside.
Carbone's only a junior, and she hasn't played against Ryder till late in games. She's shown the ability to make the three.
Another turnover forced by the Hawks. Johnson coughed it up that time. Jonathan Barker comes over to Zalea, who drives through the lane, no good, and Duggan with another rebound. And Jules picks up number 15.
Yep.
1 minute left and a whistle. And we're going to get some substitutions for Ryder, I believe, right?
Well, we know it looks like Liz Doan's coming in definitely.
Well, Ryder's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, here comes Sophie Toulouse.
Tracy Goodman is going to come off the bench. I want to just really quickly thank the seniors who took a couple minutes throughout the last week or two of the season to sit down with me. Again, they live on to play another day, but Taylor Wenzel, Julia Duggan, Liz Dolan, and Robin Perkins, and Matt Anderson, and also Sierra Baston and Liz. Liz, I can't remember. Anyhow.
But you know what, and I'm sure they're very thankful that you took the time to do it, too. You gave them, as they would say, their props. You gave them a chance to be heard, and you recognized them. And sometimes that's worth an awful lot when somebody just says, hey, I know the job you're doing. You're doing something here, and I see it being done, and thank you for doing it. So kudos to you.
I loved giving Liz the opportunity to talk to her family.
Yeah, that was great.
I just loved just doing that. We've done it in the past. Last year we did it with Manon. She spoke French.
I hope her parents or her family at least gets to hear some of that.
But, thankfully we have to plan another halftime interview for Sunday, and we'll worry about that. It'll be a day off for Ryder tomorrow.
And we have a second.
Yeah.
This is the difference between finishing second and third. Fairfield finished third, they did not have to play yesterday, obviously.
Right.
They don't play today.
Right.
But for Fairfield to win it all, they've got to win Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Ryder gets this one day off by virtue of finishing second.
So Lynn Milligan will go to Christina Olikver. She will come off the bench. Tracy Goodman. Liz Doan with a smile on her face. Stella Johnson and Dick, is that Safi Toulouse out there?
Safi's the other one.
Safi's out there.
She's kind of blocked out by Tracy Goodman from your line of sight.
So what a great effort once again by the Bronx.
To pull away from what was a back-and-forth game early on. And shake off some of their shooting woes a little bit.
Inbounding Olikver. Shy of midcourt, bounces it into Toulouse. So 56 seconds left here in this quarterfinal matchup and a playoff win for Lynn Milligan. It'll be number 3. A couple seasons ago with a young lady by the name of Mackenzie or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Got into the semifinals where they lost to Marist after beating St. Peter's and upsetting Fairfield. 5 on the shot clock. Toulouse on the wing to Olikver. Her first shot of the season goes wide. Out of bounds.
And I'm going to say great job because that's 2. The first pass that was knocked out of bounds was trying to get Chrissy a shot. That one got Chris a shot. And that's nice of their teammates to try to get her something up, allow her to get something up on the glass.
Long 3. Jarnett knocks it down. 51 points. Dick, since February 2nd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this will be the 6th game where Riders held an opponent to a 51, 52 or less, and that's it. 67-51, Ryder advances with a quarterfinal win over Monmouth. 3 wins on the season against the Hawks, and they will play Sunday now against the winner of Marist and Fairfield. Post-game show coming up next. 107.7 The Bronx. Okay. Yeah, it's game closed. Thank you. I'm turning my mic down for a second. Yes, we did. Okay, I want it in 1 minute. Okay, I think 1 minute. I'm going to want it pretty quick here. Coach is coming over. Okay, give me a headset. Okay. She's cut. No, I need it in 60 seconds if you can get it to me. Yeah, I got to go right away. Okay, and then just give it to me. Don't worry about playing any opening. You can play it after.
Yeah,
I
I
need
only
Lynn
got
right
10
away.
minutes before that
Here we
other
go.
stuff.
Yeah, she's right here.
I'm here, gang.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Thank you. Can I have one of these or no?
Yes.
This one? I'm parched. I'm ready.